Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. Today's question comes from Jonathan Arya. He asks, "What are the differences between Eastern Orthodox and Eastern Catholics?" Thank you for your question, Jonathan. Um, you know, I would say it like this: the sole difference between Eastern Orthodox and Eastern Catholics is that Eastern Catholics accept the Pope as the head of the church. Um, um, as for Eastern Catholics accepting different dogmas of the Catholic Church, things are really sketchy there because Eastern Catholics, for example, don't use the filioque, that is the uh, the part in the creed that says that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father. Um, I would say that a lot of them don't believe in purgatory. They use leavened bread during the liturgy and so on. Yet they accept the bishop of Latin Rite to be, to be the head of the church. Um, Other differences, again. You're quite more probable to see influences of Latin Rite Catholicism in a Eastern Orthodox Church, the dreaded Latinizations like statuary, rosaries, and so on, than you're in an Orthodox Church. That's one. Um, for some reason, there seems to be uh, a specific difference in Eastern Catholic Church when it comes um, to iconostasis. I don't know how to say the plural, so I'm sorry, but I noticed that I can usually instantly figure out whether a church is Eastern Orthodox or Eastern Catholic by what kind of an iconostasis they have, because Eastern Catholics tend to have this sort of reduced iconostasis. But the strange part is that, for example, Antiochians in the United States, for example, also have a sort of a reduced iconostasis. That is, it tends to be see-through. You can see between the icons. It tends to be low of stature, but still, I sort of somehow figure figure it instantly if it's an you know Eastern Catholic Church. And so it is a bit of a sixth sense that I have developed over time, by watching different churches. Also, I have heard, and I heard that this is a very widespread um, custom among Eastern Catholics, that during the liturgy, before the liturgy, during the proscomidi service, which is a preparatory part of the Divine Liturgy, the priest cuts bread in these specific shapes that are used to commemorate the living and the dead. I have heard that in Eastern Catholicism, it is very common for these bits and pieces of bread to be pre-cut, frozen, and then simply used during the liturgy, which is something that, to put it very, very mildly, is absolutely not to be done. Because you're literally playing with a living fire. You had such strict stipulations in the Old Testament not to use the foreign incense, and so on, and then you literally turn your most important service into a unfrozen goodie, pre-assembled puzzle. That is not how things are supposed to go. I would say those are sort of the most glaring important differences. Again, I have also noticed that in Eastern Catholicism, it is very individual, just how an individual um, um, Eastern Catholic accepts the dogmas of the Catholic Church that the Orthodox also do not accept. For example, uh, the Immaculate Conception, different Marian apparitions, papal infallibility, especially, um, and so on and so forth. Um, it's a complicated one, and this all stems from the fact that when a lot of these Orthodox were accepted, shoved in, forced into Catholicism, that in order to ease the transfer, they only had to they only had to accept the Pope, not to actually go through traditional Roman catechesis. So those are the major differences. Sorry that this video is all over the place, but I'm extremely tired. The live stream is about to begin, and uh, I didn't want to leave this channel hanging more than I absolutely have to. Bye.